The African stories in the diaspora can only be told by Africans and African descendants. On this program, we share the experiences of Africans to educate, inform, and entertain ourselves. Diaspora Digest covers every aspect of the African, from their home culture to the new normal. Make time on this channel with Samuel Noi as he sails to every corner of the world to share with you the African story on Diaspora Digest.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Diaspora Digest. My name is Samuel, and if today is your first time seeing this video, kindly subscribe and join the family. Today my guest is Dan from Congo Kinshasa. He's one of the smartest guys, I always say, very studious, very busy on campus, and the pleasure is mine to talk to him today about Congo, about his experience here, about some of the things he's doing, and he's just going to delve deeper, I hope so. So join me as I welcome Dan. Welcome to Diaspora Digest.
Thanks for having me.
So I always get confused about Congo Brazzaville, Congo Kinshasa. Can you kind of like tell me the difference?
The two Congos are we are basically the same people, but we were colonized by different people, different countries. Congo Brazzaville was colonized by France, and we were colonized by Belgium. So because of that, we are two separate countries, but we are mostly the same people. But Congo Kinshasa, or the Democratic Republic of Congo, is the big one in the middle of Africa, and Congo Brazzaville is the smallest one on the west coast of Africa.
Okay, so what's the population of Congo Kinshasa?
The population
roughly
right now is about 90 million people.
90 million?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a pretty big country.
Okay. And the smallest one, do you have any idea about their population?
Not too much, but I think they're pretty small, but I have no idea about the number of people who live there, but yeah.
Okay, so apart from the fact that you guys speak French, which is your kind of colonial language, if I can put it this way,
Yeah.
Are there some languages that are similar to the two?
Yeah, we have two similar languages, like languages from the west part of my country. It's called Lingala, and then we also speak Kikongo. So the people around the west part of my country are literally the same people that live in the Congo Brazzaville.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we speak Lingala and Kikongo.
And what about Swahili?
Swahili is a language we speak on the east part of the Congo, the Congo Kinshasa. That's a language that we have in common with Tanzania, Kenya.
Okay.
So it's like a mix of African languages and Arabic. So that's.
And you speak that language too,
Yeah,
right?
I do speak Swahili.
So how many languages do you speak?
I speak 4 languages: French, Lingala, and Swahili, and English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Imbariaku, Ambariaku. Is that Imbariaku?
Oh, Abariaku.
Abariaku.
Means, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, asante sana.
Yeah, thank you.
Ah.
Like my parents are from the west part,
Okay.
near the other Congo, but my parents moved to the east part of the country. So they brought in the culture from there, and then we also have the culture from the east side. So I was born in the east side, so I speak kind of like the language from the west side and the east side at the same time.
And I understand that Congo has very unique landscape and also very rich natural resources.
Oh yeah, we have one of the most beautiful landscapes you can ever find. We have the big forest. It's like the second, I think the second biggest forest in Africa, or maybe the biggest. I don't know, but we also have lots of minerals and under the soil, gold, copper, everything you can name. We have it.
And there's this mineral that is used in is it a chip of mobile phones?
Yeah, that is a coltan.
Coltan, yeah.
Yeah, it is found on the east side of the country. So it's a mineral that comes from two other minerals. So we use that to make chips for phones, laptops, and any electronic device.
And also the river that moves through your country, I understand it's one of the largest and can even produce electricity for kind of like the whole of Africa.
Yeah, it's the Congo River, and there is, I think, two power plants on the Congo River. It's called I forgot the name.
Yeah.
I think it's the Inga. Yeah, they call it Inga. So that can really
Power like the whole of Africa.
Yeah, it's really powerful, and it's made of 6 parts, but we only use 2 parts to power the electricity of the Congo.
Wow.
So if the 6 parts were being used, we could power
the whole,
like other countries as well.
So do you have power outage problems in Congo?
Yeah, we've had like a few problems because of the level of water. With the climate change, the level of water has a little bit decreased, and we've had to adjust accordingly with the hydroelectric plants.
Okay, so let me ask this question. I have seen that a lot of African students here in ASU, where you school, are mostly into engineering. So what are some of the things that motivated you to go into engineering? Is it you want to go into engineering so that you become one of the engineers for your hydro? By the way, yours is it mechanical engineer?
Yeah, mechanical engineer.
So definitely it has something to do with like machines, correct?
Yeah, it's like anything that moves, it's mechanical engineering related.
All right. So were you motivated? Is that because you want to go back and then kind of like help in some of these sectors?
What got me into engineering is I think seeing my dad. I come from like a family with lots of engineers. My dad is an electrical engineer.
Wow.
My brother is a civil engineer. So from an early age, I was introduced to some of the engineering. I was going to factories and seeing all those machines, and I knew that I wanted to do something engineering related.
All right. So it means that the engineering thing runs through your blood in your family, if I can put it this way, because almost everybody is like an engineer, either mechanical, civil. And
I think also what motivates African students who come here, it's also the needs for engineers back in Africa. So we know that we need to build, and whenever we start doing engineering, we know that we can also help people back home, and that's also one of the reasons.
And what would you say are some of the challenges as an engineering student, if I can ask this question?
The challenges we have, it's
like being an engineering student.
We have, I think the challenging part is time management, because in engineering, if you're not able to manage your time, you will not be a successful engineer. It's not too hard. It has its level of difficulty, but time management and self-discipline is really what makes a good engineer.
But you know, there are a lot of people who go like, I don't like a lot of mathematics, but I know like if you want to become an engineer, you need to love a lot of maths.
I think that is a bit of a misconception, because we only use the basics of mathematics, like calculus. We don't go too deep into the math, so we just use the concepts and then we apply it to problem solving and anything we encounter.
So what are some of the happiest moments you've experienced so far, and some of the weirdest or some of the craziest moments you've experienced and you feel like, oh, I wish I'm back home?
There is those moments where you wish you just had your family and you wish you were back home. Some of the toughest probably was like my first summer here. So I made a mistake of taking many classes in 1 month. So I took like 10 credits hours that I had to complete in 1 month, so it was very stressful.
You sandwiched everything.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So much stress in summer.
Yeah, it was like lots of stress, like only 1 month.
You will sweat from your nose, I tell you.
And it was classes with calculus, chemistry, so it was lots of classes. That was a bit stressful, but I was able to get out
to pull through
with good grades. Happiest moments. I think my happiest moments here is like when I was watching the World Cup in 2018, when France won the World Cup. So it was also still during that summer, and I was able to celebrate with my friends here, watching together the football matches.
So for those who do not know much about Africa and all that they see is very dark side of Africa, very blank, you know, all that they see is war and those things. From your perspective, what do you want to tell them?
I think the big problem with how people see Africa is the media, because, you know, what would be the benefit of the media to show good stuff about Africa? They always want to show the drama, but we know that where we come from, it's not always like that. And the wars, we've had wars, but those were like in the past. And then now there's so many beautiful places in Africa, and unfortunately, that is not what we always see on TV. So people have to go there and see for themselves, like the beautiful places, the culture, the foods, which is amazing everywhere in Africa. Like I've had the chance to visit some other countries, and it's really
in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Like where?
I've been in South Africa, in Zambia, Ethiopia, and Kenya, and it's not.
Those are beautiful places.
Yeah,
I know. I've never been there before, but I know very beautiful places. Like I see on TV.
Some places you will just be amazed that, you know.
Some of them don't. You may not even look like Africa.
Yes, like it's just like some paradise on earth, and it's really beautiful. Like I was in Zambia, and they have like falls over there. It's so good to see.
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria Falls. Like it was really nice. And there's also Zanzibar, which is a very nice place. So I hope that the image of Africa gets better, especially for people like here in the U.S. who don't see like the beautiful things we see in Africa.
And I think you and I are like ambassadors of Africa, so that's why when we get opportunity to come here in school or whatever we are doing, each step of in our way, we need to kind of show what Africa is made of. Whatever steps we take would either define or tell whoever we are working with or whatever how Africa is, because the best way to tell our story is from us.
Yeah.
If we are waiting for someone else to tell the story for us, they're going to continue to show like the dark side. Yeah. So that's why we get opportunities like this, and then we share the beautiful side. Anyway, have you experienced any of this, like maybe your classmates or anybody who kind of like tried to ask you questions about Africa based on the hearsay, the dark side, or so like, oh, you guys sleep on trees, you do this, like one guy I interviewed told me he was asked, elephants walk on our street, you know, so it's like elephants are all everywhere, so it's like we are in a forest, you know.
Oh yeah, I've had lots of those moments. Like now that I'm my freshman year, you know, when we take those genet classes, we meet, you know, lots of other
cultures.
Yeah. Like. And I've had so many questions. For instance, I was once in oral communication, and a guy was asking me, what does it take to come to Africa? I say, it takes nothing, just you can come anytime. And he said, but if I come there, some people will eat me. I was like, no, nobody's going to eat you.
Is that what he told you?
Yeah.
We eat human beings?
Yeah. I've had what is the capital of Africa? And I had to explain that Africa is not a country. It's a continent made of other countries. And the most fun I've had with those kind of questions, I was in a restaurant, with a couple of friends, and I was the only international student.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys asked me, he's from Arkansas, he asked me, hey, where are you from? I said, I'm from the Congo. So he didn't even know the Congo existed, and I was trying to explain what is the Congo.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent so much time, and I saw that I would lose my time, and I would just make everybody lose their time trying to explain. And I told him, hey, I'm from Wakanda, just take it. And then he was glad about that answer, and he took it.
He took it?
Yeah, he didn't even know. So that tells you how much ignorance people have about Africa.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for, but before I end, let me ask you, what do you do? Because I see you a lot of the time very busy in the library. Do you even have time for leisure?
Not too much.
What do you do for leisure?
For leisure, I go fishing. I started
here.
Yeah, I started fishing this year, and I went to my first fishing trip actually during the summer.
So what was the catch?
It was pretty terrible because I didn't know how to fish. So I went there with 3 friends who are from here, and we caught in total 15 fishes, but out of the 15 I only got 1. So it was...
You caught 1?
Yeah, they got like a 7, and I only got 1. So it was fun, but it was definitely a good experience.
Right.
I also go to, I also work out with friends, so play soccer, play other sports just to keep the mind healthy.
And very active?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, thank you so much.
Well, Samuel, thanks for having me. And don't forget to subscribe to his channel for more videos like this. Merci beaucoup et n'oubliez pas de vous abonner à sa chaîne Accente. For my people who speak Swahili, jina yangu ni Daniel. Msisahau kufuata channel ya Bwana Samuel. Asante sana.
Alright, thank you so much for watching Diaspora Digest and for watching my guest today, Daniel from Congo Kinshasa. It's been very wonderful speaking to him today. And if you've not subscribed, I just want to plead with you, just subscribe and share with your friends. And we are going all out to bring you more interactive videos with people moving every corner of the states and every corner of this continent. I promise you, we have a lot of videos coming up and a lot of personalities who are doing so much for Mother Africa, who are hidden somewhere close to you. I promise you. Thank you for watching.